The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. Gets fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Come on! 180!
54! I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you!
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the 29, Goff. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Goff. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gurley. Good move by Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On first down, it's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
It's 2nd down.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Goff now looking to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So after the INT, it's Breeze. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He rifles one that's intercepted. Breeze picked up by his nemesis, Nickel Roby-Coleman. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Oh, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, He's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Goff. Dancing to his left. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. To throw is Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, start off that drive.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 78 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second, things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
Check hot route. Hot.
80 weapons. We're close.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Goff throwing complete to Kupp. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 61 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. 54. Drop deep.
On second and 11 now. Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it's third down.
Sammy.
Now Breeze. Ginn has it complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 33.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Kill.
Big Ed.
11. Hey, high 7.
Now Breeze again. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 21.
That's good for the Saints. First down.
Ready. 95-56.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
5-9.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Good track.
Hey, easy.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
On first and 10, here's Breeze. Cook's got it. Touchdown Saints. Jared Cook there to make the grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Got you, boy.
Now a first down throw. Gone. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked out by Eli Apple, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. With that incompletion, let's play a little game here. We'll call it 2 up, 2 down. Surprising team so far, 2 for the good, 2 for the bad.
All right, let's start with the good. The Buffalo Bills. Did you really think they'd be pressing for first place this deep into the season?
No.
Okay, how about the Carolina Panthers? Start 0-2 with Cam Newton, undefeated without him. How about 2 down? The Atlanta Falcons. I thought they'd press for a playoff spot. And the Los Angeles Chargers.
How about the Browns at 2-4? I thought you'd put them in there.
I didn't expect them to be the team others thought in preseason. I thought they might contend for a playoff spot, but it doesn't surprise me overall. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Easy, opposite.
My name, 58 is Mike. All you get is a headache. And 58 is a Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. He don't know no better.
To throw again on second down. Breeze. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
Sammy!
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. I know he ain't got it. Check. Fresno. Kill.
Now Breeze on third down. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. JoJo Natson back deep for the Rams. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Let's go.
Now gone. And his throw is incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Mike, 53.
Go.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. On the return, it's Kamara. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
5-9.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah.
Breeze now to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, into a double team, and it's intercepted. Breeze picked off by his nemesis, Nickel Roby-Coleman.
Don't throw my side.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
58. 180. Watch the screen.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
A gain of 19 yards.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They go with Murray again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A run, it's Murray. And some room to work. A big run that time by Murray. 63 yards. So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring it.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and sing kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big-time openings for him. Gets him all the way down to the 2-yard line. Let's see if they can pound it in.
They come out here in the eye. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now Breeze on the bootleg. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
58's the mark.
On 2nd and goal, Breeze got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now this throw caught left side and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Goff on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Well, Charles, switching gears on a bit of a sad note. On Tuesday, October 22nd, Willie Brown passed away. Willie Brown, 16 seasons in the NFL. First 4 for the Broncos, and then the final 12 as an Oakland Raider.
And just think about his career. Hall of Fame 1984, 9-time Pro Bowler, 5-time All-Pro. And let's face it, the lasting image we'll have of him as a player, that interception of Fran Tarkenton in the Super Bowl. The old man, Willie Brown, taking it all the way back, 75 yards against the Vikings for a touchdown. The Raiders won Super Bowl 11. I had the pleasure of getting to know Willie Brown over the years. And when I tried out for the Dallas Cowboys, we scrimmaged the Raiders at one point. And Willie Brown came over to me and had some nice things to say to me, which was really pretty cool coming from a man of his stature and a man of his ability. And I'll treasure those nice words forever.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, partner, let's take a quick look ahead to Week 8. A couple of exciting matchups. Carolina at undefeated San Francisco, and then Green Bay and Kansas City on Sunday night. That should be a fun one.
It should be. In Green Bay, Kansas City, a rematch of the first ever Super Bowl that was played. Green Bay winning that one in Los Angeles at the Coliseum. But that Carolina-San Francisco game is so intriguing to me because to me it's a battle of defenses. Carolina's defense is playing at a high level, but is anyone playing better defense in San Francisco outside of New England? I would say no.
And then also Seattle at Atlanta, and I bring up that game. A breakaway for Michael Thomas. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, an even 90 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. So from back deep in their home territory all the way into the end zone. You think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, 56 yards. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, earlier, Charles, we looked at some of the Week 8 games that were intriguing. How about some Week 8 games where you've got a team that really, really needs a win? And I was thinking about the Chargers at Chicago and Cleveland at New England. You feel like the Chargers and Cleveland need to find a way to get a victory.
I think you're exactly right, and the Chargers' chances are really slipping away. Chicago, I would throw in there as well at 3-3 and struggling on offense. They say they know they need to run the ball more. They absolutely must run the ball more. But Cleveland and New England, for me with Cleveland, with all the high expectations in preseason, it's almost a must-win at a place almost no one wins.
And a couple more here. Giants of Detroit. All of a sudden, Detroit's at the bottom of the NFC North.
And everyone says the same thing about them. They have great talent. That's a really good football team. Hard to believe they're 2-3-1 right now.
Last but not least, what about the Steelers hosting Miami Monday night? They cannot lose that one.
They absolutely cannot, because Baltimore is threatening to run away with the division. Pittsburgh has to have that game on Monday night.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, easy.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
5-8. You kill.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line.
Check nickel.
Was on the pickup. Second
Second
and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Breeze. Nickel Roby-Coleman there defensively.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
We play to win. Let's go.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. He finds an opening past the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Gurley again here on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks, 56 yards. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Breeze going to throw. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Aaron Donald able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
We go 21, 13.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Hey, Alpha.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Harry. 58, boys, 58. 58 to Mike.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's Natson. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now you three.
On second and very short, Goff, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's Goff. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Goal. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback land on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Now they go for it on fourth down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints will have the football back. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Ready. Yellow waiting, yellow waiting. 54 Mike. Watch QB drop.
Brees going to throw here. He'll let it fly in the direction again, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays.
Ready?
Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And the pressure gets to Brees as he's taken down. Clay Matthews brings the heat and gets the sack. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. 3rd and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here. And the pressure gets to him again. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. 58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Hey, me and you all day, all day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll go for it. It's Brees. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Man can't ball like this, man. Lord.